Hello everyone. I'll first go through today's meeting's agenda first. So I'll first introduce today's meeting objectives. Then I'll give the event pitch, which is our special event pitch on Halloween. And I will propose. Oh, it will include some. Oh, Jeff. So and after that, I will have you guys propose your costume topics, which you will find out later, and propose the event agenda, and have you guys submit a form. Yeah, never mind. So the thing is, we are going to put all our regular activities on hold. So in the next 2 weeks, we are not going to have any lectures nor workshops, but instead all of us are going to, well, if you find this interesting, you probably is going to, we would work as a team on this special event. So in the following, I'm going to give you guys an introduction to this event. So this is a little bit special, not only because it's a special event, because what happens starting now till the first 2 weeks is going to be like a simulation of our club, because even in the future, all themes are going to start with a pitch like this. So the Office of Research and Education, they design a pitch like the one I'm going to talk about to everyone. So, and then we vote to decide what's going to be the future theme. And why is today's meeting like this even more of a simulation is because it also involves instead of whole semester course, this is going to be like a 2-week project. So I'm going to talk about right now. Before I start, I want to ask you guys a series of questions. Do you like fun?
Fun?
Yeah, do you like fun?
Everybody likes having fun.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. How about parties? Have you been to parties? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
A wild one.
Oh yeah, a wild one. Cool.
Not a wild.
Not a wild one. Okay. How about Halloween parties?
Well, I went there last year. I think Fencing Club used to have a Halloween party.
That's very nice.
It's not like it's really American party, beer pong,
Oh, beer
plus
party.
plus like word games, drinking games, and and then everybody drunk and they go off smoke weed.
Okay.
And then watch Netflix. That's all they
Oh
do.
no, that's okay. So that probably is not
Not our
how
speed.
our party is going to look like. So how about so does any of you enjoy, I don't know, enjoy Halloween? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you like thrillers, horror films?
Oh yeah.
How would you guys? No,
So
not really.
The one with the big knife. Like a, you like the face knife?
Not a big fan.
It's too bloody.
Oh, I see. That's not how my script goes.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna introduce this anyway. Just try to enjoy. Okay, we are on, it's all a labs experiment thing. If this pitch doesn't go well, we just like all other pitches. Like I'll try to do my best, but if you guys don't really find this scene interesting like I'm supposed, then yeah, we'll probably go back to normal. So how about would you be interested in discovering why and how would you get scared? Some of you say you hate bloody things, you don't really like those.
Fake bloods everywhere.
Okay.
Oh, in the Universal Studio, they have a new The Walking Dead thing.
They updated it?
Yeah, they have real people walking there now.
Have we? Oh,
Yeah.
right.
It was fun. I loved that. I loved it. And there's like a zombie guy actually patted me in the shoulder, patted me in the shoulder, and I said hi to him, and he said hi back. And he said,
Oh yeah, if you smile at them, they won't scare you.
yeah.
But
then
if you
I
show
know what-
if you
yeah,
show your fear, they will just chase you around.
yeah. You know, shooting hat anyway. Like, why bother?
So okay, so I've prepared 3 potential topics for you all to work as groups. So the first one is behind the camera. Oops. Let me make sure the volume is up.
Is that monster? Monster? Yeah, that's actually.
An effective moment in a scary movie requires extremely precise editing and
Oh,
camera
I know this
direction
movie.
to actually be scary.
Lights
I found
Off.
a cool case study to
Teresa
highlight this
Palmer.
idea in a movie currently
Yeah,
out in
that's
theaters
a-
called Lights Out.
right?
The movie is based off of a
Lights
short
Off.
film with the
It's a
same
really
name,
good movie.
general
What's
concept,
that?
and
It's a
direction.
really good
What's
movie.
interesting is that the movie and the short film have a moment that's basically the same, but I think one is much scarier than the other. But what do you think? Let's look at both scary moments and see which one is done better. Let's start with the movie.
Yeah, I love this movie. Ryan, watched it before?
I watched the short version.
Oh, yeah, this movie is really good. It's really, really good. Scared the shit out of me. What's that?
Now the short film.
That's good. That's really good, right? I think this lady
So which
just
one's
looking-
scary? My guess is you picked the short film.
You saw
But why?
once,
Let's
why
take a
you
look
do
at how the
that?
short film perfectly uses many horror techniques, while the movie, despite being so similar, doesn't. I think the most important difference is the length of the clip. The movie clip is actually from the trailer because the movie's still in theaters. The trailer cut makes the movie clip about 4 seconds shorter. In those 4 seconds, the short film has an extra flicker of the lights. With each added second is a lot more suspense added to the scary moment. So when the pattern suddenly changes and the ghost moves, it's that much more startling. Let's say you want to scare the audience with a clown attack. How do you do it? Do you let the clown sit, motionless, for 30 long seconds while we have no choice but to uncomfortably stare at it? And then all of a sudden it's gone. Or do you show the clown for a few seconds at a time and throw in a couple random jump scares with no build-up or continuity?
Oh, not good.
It's making the choice between one really big scare or a bunch of little okay scares. Which moment builds up the payoff better? Another difference in the two moments is that the short film has a very powerful shot right here. It's from the creature's point of view as it looks towards the woman, like a predator stalking its prey. This shot makes the woman look small and powerless. This is a shot we're all familiar with in horror movies. It adds suspense by showing a character being watched by the monster. The problem with the movie clip is it just switches from her reaction to a shot of the monster, and it's not as menacing as the point of view shot. Finally, where are they in the movie? A warehouse? It's never fully addressed in a movie, and it makes the moment less scary because we're unfamiliar with the location. A big component of many horror films is that these monsters, or serial killers, or supernatural beings invade places where we thought we were safe. That's what makes it scary.
We traced a call. It's coming from inside the house. Ask my guys to go there right now. Just get out of that house.
Home invasion is a real-life fear, and when we're in our pajamas heading to bed, that's when we're at our most vulnerable. The short film really capitalizes on this idea, and it's genuinely scary. In the movie, we see an unfamiliar monster in a place we're already unfamiliar with, so it's not as scary. Those are the three main differences, I think. But you could go even deeper. For one thing, in the short film, the lady is always bright in the shot, so it seems more menacing when we can see her clearly while also seeing the ghost. In the movie, when the ghost is visible, the lady can't really be seen, so she seems more removed from the monster and the threat. I also think the ambient hum in the background makes the short film scary. Also, the fact that in the short film, the lady has to walk through the hallway where the ghost already is. That seems scarier than having the lady already at the light switch. But what do you think? Are there any other aspects that make the short film scarier? Am I overthinking something? Leave your comments below. Getting a laugh requires a funny performance or a well-timed cut. Getting people to cry maybe takes strong characters and a gorgeous film score. Getting an amazing shot requires compelling cinematography. But to get a scare, you need everything at once. The music, the timing, the script, the actors, everything has to work together or else it's not scary. So before you go to sleep tonight, ask yourself, what scares me the most? Thanks for watching.
That movie is really good. You watch it.
Yeah, the
Lights Out is really good. I mean, like, Teresa Palmer in here, she's cute, and like made the whole film cute. And the thing is, like, not a lot of people die in that film, so it's not that bloody.
I see.
And it's rated PG-13, so there's no really scary stuff like the Japanese scary stuff in there. It's just a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Incredibly sorry.
So like that'd be the reason why I show you guys this video is because this is like basically a model of topic 1 behind the camera. So if you're interested in this topic, so you're probably going to like look at a bunch of horror films and trying to analyze how this this video has does analyze how exactly did they set up the mood, how exactly this jump scare work. Would this work if from another perspective, like something like that. And so this is probably, I don't know, for people who really enjoy watch thrillers, because you probably, because during the research part, you probably need to, instead of reading articles, well, you can definitely read articles, but I believe it's more fun to start with the raw material, the primary resources, which is watching the film yourself, watch the clips a bunch of times, compare like this gentleman does. Right. So, and any questions regarding to topic 1? Okay.
Watch that movie, it's good.
Yeah, you can research by watching movies. Next one, I'm really sorry, I don't, like, it's a Chinese version. It's not it's not very English friendly, but I believe it's not a problem for you all. So topic, the mouse died. What? So topic 2 is Fear 101. This is if the previous one is more cinematic or theater like perspective, this is much more strongly connected to our club, which is through a psychology perspective. So as this video will demonstrate, it talked a pretty shallow but very comprehensive theme at the same time. Let's watch this clip first. Oops. I don't know how to.
Oh, I watched the Japanese one, so
Nope.
the second movie, that was the middle. Right?
Yes, that one.
That was scary.
我们平时在看恐怖片的时候，是一种什么样的体验？注意力集中，精神紧张，口干舌燥，双手捂住耳朵，闭起双眼，却又不甘心的偷瞄一下，心脏几乎停止跳动的窒息感，简直不要！太爽 爽了，好吧？等等，我们为什么这么爱看恐怖片？恐怖片又是如何做到让人感到恐怖的呢？首先，我们要区分恐惧和恐怖这两组词的定义。你懂不懂？这不是一回事儿吗？严格来说，恐惧一词通常是指可怕事情发生之前产生的不安情绪和心理活动，恐怖则是看到或发生了可怕的事情之后极度不安的感觉。你可以说，虽然不知道下一秒会发生什么，但我一直活在恐惧当中。哦，这件事终于发生了，真是太恐怖了。一个在前，一个在后。高级的导演一般会在前半部分下更多的功夫，情绪的铺垫，角色一步步陷入绝境，周围灯光忽明忽暗，声效变得愈发诡异，脚步声渐渐靠近，它就是不出来，在哪儿呢？到底在哪儿呢？就是这一下达到恐怖的效果。恐惧负责酝酿情绪，制造悬念；恐怖负责最后一瞬间的惊吓。它在全片不需要出现很多次，通过前期巧妙的情绪酝酿，导演就可以轻松的把我们吓尿。再来看看其他的关键因素，妆容，不披个头，散个发，嘴角流点血，没事露个牙什么的，你都不好意思出来吓人是吧？老王，知道你非常努力了，但是真的不吓人，因为你是二次元画风啊，怎么画都是恐怖不起来的。1969年，日本现代仿真机器人教父森正弘提出他那著名的恐怖谷理论：当仿真机器人的外表和动作越趋向是真人，但又不是完全拟合的时候，人类就会产生厌恶反应和恐怖感。来看看这条曲线，逼真程度离我们人类比较远的看懂魔性二次元画风、玩具形象到可爱的仿真机器人，我们对他们的好感度都是不错的。直到接近这个点，形象跟我们越来越相似，逼真到我们知道他们其实不是真的，但又好像总感觉有点假的时候，欢迎来到恐怖谷，我们就会感到非常恐怖。什么僵尸、丧尸、戴面具的、断手断脚的，这些跟人类非常相似，但又不是人类的形象设计，就会更容易制造我们的不适，产生恐惧感。哟，这位小弟弟，你这烟熏妆很酷啊，你是不是走丢了？声音，一段深沉阴森的配乐，加上那持续低频、哀怨中带点抽泣的声响，我们都快吓尿了，好吧？这时我们最应该做的不是遮住眼睛，而是捂上耳朵。小心脏实在受不了了，那就干脆把声音关了，换个配乐。我是不是瞬间感觉没那么害怕了？Oh man！常识，一个发生在遥远的连名字都记不住的某个星球上，发生在我们每晚加班回家都要坐的电梯里，哪个更吓人呢？电梯。我们对身边习以为常的事情更加熟悉和敏感，一旦发生微妙的变化，我们的感受就会更加强烈。日本恐怖片之所以这么恐怖，是因为他们经常把案发地点安排在你经常使用的电梯、走廊、楼道、浴室，甚至你的床下。同样的，刚才那位画烟熏妆的小弟弟，孩子和女性角色会经常被用到，因为他们代表清纯、善良、无害。一旦黑暗，这些反常就会让我们感到毛骨悚然。打光，由于我们平常生活中大部分的光源都是来自顶光，脸部会形成一种我们非常熟悉的光影效果，这是我们习以为常对人脸的辨认方式。一旦采用反常的打法，比如这样，灯光组就位。Action， 我们的大脑就会突然陷入辨识混乱。这是谁呀？这是一张正常的人脸吗？此时再配上一段音效，就足够吓人的了。等等，好像还差点什么。以下这些经典角色，你认识几个呢？最后想问问各位看懂的小伙伴，在看过恐怖片之后的你们，是不是会在夜深人静、自己独处的时候，也会不自觉的或多或少的胡思乱想？关注看懂，让知识变得恐怖啊，让知识变得好玩，陪你一起看懂这个世界。
So, as for this topic, it actually has covered a lot. Like, for instance, it talked about the distinction between, so a lot of places where you can focus on to develop as your own topic, but the theme is more like as they have been doing, to use psychology to explain things. For instance, it starts with the distinction between horror and terror, which is pretty interesting, and then talk about the uncanny valley, how like human-like objects become more terrifying when they were pretty like they look very similar to us, and then also like why voices of a mother and the children of baby, for instance, like laughter of a child, they often happens in, because there's a like concept in psychology called cognitive dissonance and something like that. So all of these were pretty good points where you can dive in and explore. So that's like the topic 2. Not so much for the videos. And topic 3 is less academic. It's for thriller fans. So, have you guys watched any of those? Can you name any of these?
All of it, like all of it.
Um,
All of it, yeah.
yeah.
Which are, the World War Z is not a horror film. That's just like, that's kids stuff.
Wait, what? Which one?
World War Z.
Kids stuff.
That's kid stuff, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
like
horror film,
yeah, zombie movies are more and harder and harder to make these days,
Yes.
right?
But
Because
the Japanese one, that was bad.
yeah, right. So like there were so many different kinds of genres of horror film. Like for instance, Saw is just gory,
Yeah.
bloody filmmated. So like it's like human instinct to like feel aversion at looking at those disgusting scenes. That's kind of one. And then we have, I don't know, it's up to you to categorize them. So if you're interested in this topic, so you're probably going to categorize them and like introduce these genres and find the similarities and distinctions. So it's a little bit like topic 1, but it's more, I don't know, say less technical. Okay, any questions regarding to these 2 topics? Okay, so this part comes to like if you guys has any, I don't know, do you have any thoughts? Let's brainstorm together about some potential topics that you personally are interested in. So like anything that associates with, well, in theory, associated with horror films or fear or Halloween or psychology that has something to do with these.
I think we can do something cultural, like in American cultural film, in American horror films, is like the image of a Victorian mansion. You know, the old style
that's
mansion
true.
with pointing towers and stuff like that. Usually built in the early 20th century, late 19th century. That's kind of part of the core of American horror film.
That's
Like
very
one
interesting.
family moved to that kind of mansion in wood, and then something
Yeah,
bad
yes.
happens.
Right, I have watched like there's one film like that. Right, so
Like
nice.
Annabelle. It's always like.
How about you guys? Like maybe just not interested in this topic.
You mean custom topics? Or
No, I mean like no. I mean just come up with topic on your own. Like if you're not interested in any of these, these are just my preferences. Like you can come up with your own. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm quite interested in the horror film part.
This one? This one?
I think the second.
Oh,
So-
Interesting. You want to do psychology stuff?
Mm.
This is technical because you analyze through the perspective of like a director or editor how these clips were cut, how the perspective was taken to set up the mood and set
So
up.
that's more like screenplay and
Yes.
casting.
Right,
So
right,
it's more
right.
Like
So
a film major stuff.
yes, right. Then this is like for this one, it's more theoretical, like why in theory, how we perceive fear, because fear is the most ancient instinct we all have, right?
So it's more like a psychology and writing.
Yes.
Writers.
Right. So it's more academic, but this I personally favor this very much because through this project, you will be able to understand why these films were made scary, like at core. This is just compare and contrast, so like you know which is scary, which is not, but it does not explain why you feel this way. But this one, hopefully does.
I will for this one too.
Cool. So like, all right. Yeah. So like, this is more casual, just watch films and introduce, and.
I mean, in the Halloween, you want to hold like a Halloween party, you can just go there and like spend 2 hours watch like a horror film, like Nights Out. It's supposed
You
to
can
be-
do that. Yeah, you can do that.
And you know, I don't think anyone want to watch it alone, like 12 o'clock. at
Yeah,
night, so we can
absolutely
do
not.
it together. It's just less scary.
Okay, yeah, if that's what you want. So I have movie time. Okay. What about Renee?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
If we choose topic 2, so we have to do research together, and then at the Halloween day we have to present it, or
Yes, absolutely. So that's why I say it's a simulation of our whole club because you get to do the research, you get to do the presentation.
okay.
Like, but man, just give it a shot, right? You will never know before you try it. It's not as hard actually, and just a 5 minute. It's not like mine, one hour
Oh.
speech. No, just
I
5
know.
minutes. Like those what you watched. You give something like that. So what I planned, because we have 9 people, I plan to divide you guys into 3-person groups. But that probably is going to change. But so like ideally, you're going to work in a group of 3 or more. In today's case, so to work on one of these topics and yeah.
Okay.
Well, Kevin,
Mm.
you ever enjoyed horror films?
I'm okay.
I was like,
But-
no, I'm good.
I used to
Okay.
take a class, like I used to take a writing class.
Oh yeah.
Topic is Gothic.
Gothic.
Gothic, oh.
Very interesting.
I think it's
I didn't.
more like,
Interesting.
yeah,
Even. Very interesting.
I'm more like
Would
familiar.
you like to like tell us more about Gothic right now? Just like I know like Gothic is like I know that from South Park. But like yeah, tell me more.
We actually watched a movie.
Uh-huh.
I forgot the name of the movie.
Is
So
that
so like
Criminal
how about
Minds?
this?
Crimson Peak.
Yeah, Crimson.
Yeah, Crimson Peak.
Kristen.
Yeah, I took it with your boyfriend.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Were you interested in I don't know like werewolves or vampires ever?
Oh, that stuff. Like
How about
vampire?
you? I mean you all, you guys, Renee.
What?
Never. Werewolf, vampire. I mean, it's totally fine if you want to do a topic on the like introduction to origin, like myth of vampire, or well that works too. It's just I'm just giving examples because I want you all to have your own topic if you're not interested in any of these.
We can do the horror 101, fear 101 topic too. I really like the topic. Yeah,
Nice.
it's my major.
Yeah.
And I'm more interested in like the background, you know, the music of it. Like why? Because like when you hear the horror film,
Yes.
the music never ends. So basically when we do the music like for Elise, for example, when you start with one tone, you finish with the same tone in the end. So it's not the same tone. It's like at least it's the like
Yeah,
octave
but
apart.
I remember that you
It
used to took psychology of music, right?
Exactly. That's why that's release the tension.
Very interesting.
But in horror films, like it's kind of like a ladder. It keep
Oh,
going down,
that's very
but it
interesting.
never releases the tension. Like it never ends. The
Right.
tension never ends, and that's why it make it like so
Hmm.
so like horrifying or
Gotcha.
terrifying. We can just analyze the music back in it, why it worked that way.
I see. So, great. So for costume topics, Yeah, I think Jeff is still like in this one, right?
Yeah, I have to work
That's
with
nice.
that.
Okay. So you can still get involved if you like say, oh shit, I hate horror films. Like you don't need to do any of this. Like, but how about like, would you be interested in become a party staff? So that's so like you probably I don't know like the activities starts from like shopping costumes, shopping decorations and pumpkins, make pumpkin lanterns, and and also other stuff. Like if you're not interested, like if you really hate scary stuff, spooky stuff, so that's an option to get involved. Okay. Right. So next. So that's section 1. So that's basically what we are going to do, like for the next few weeks. Ideally, work as teams to like work, research, and do presentation on the topics that you're interested in, and then it'll be section 2, which is I want to throw a party at my house. So I'll briefly talk about what are the say attractions at my house. So yeah, we probably. Are you guys interested? Would you like to have a Halloween party? Like Thursday? Okay.
So free.
Would you be interested?
Free food. Free food. Free food. Yes.
Yes.
Free food.
Well, yeah, I think so. Okay. Well, you're not an American student. So let's see what I have here. I think I have some board games you can do after section 1 and virtual reality. So for instance, these are like actual games I have. For instance, the Blue. So for this one, you get to experience what it feels like to be trapped thousands of meters beneath the ocean. It feels pretty good. And I have Five Nights at Freddy's. Probably have not heard of it. It's the worst game I ever played. Me myself don't dare to play this one. It's for challengers. And plank experience. This is pretty fun actually. So you get to experience how does it feel like to jump out of a roof. And it feels pretty good, pretty realistic. And it also has secret features you're going to unlock yourself. So it's not just that simple. And there are more. So one thing I want to feature on is Arizona Sunshine. Yeah,
No.
Jeff played that one.
Yeah, that was fun.
Right.
I like
It
it.
is pretty fun. I've played so you for those who have never played VR, so this is what it's gonna be like. Sorry, ladies. Maybe you're not quite interested in this.
Oh yeah, when you get a VR sight on your head, it's even worse than that.
I know. Yes.
It's really first person. It's really
Yes,
real.
absolutely. And you didn't even get to the scary part.
Yeah,
yet.
I didn't get to the scary part of that.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so this is a clip of Kevin playing this game.
Oh no. Oh no.
Come on, man!
Oh my
Come on,
god.
man!
Even Patty's back in the
What's
back,
wrong?
you're gonna freak out. Oh, no.
Oh yeah, that's like, it's pretty realistic from,
I know.
yeah, it's very immersive. So like to play horror games is the best genre almost
Yeah.
on VR. But if you're not interested in this, we do have a lot more other options. Another one last attraction is do you remember the administrator in our group chat? PQ administrator? Yeah, you get to play with them.
Oh, no way. So cute.
Like one thing not scary. What do you see?
Hey Ryan, can we bring our cats?
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah,
That'd be
I don't
funny.
know.
That would be fun. They're not that smart.
Are they female?
Oh, they're both boys.
Oh.
Oh, they're gay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the last one. So, like, since you can keep yourself from boring after the second one, and potentially other activities, since I have never threw a party before. So please give me some suggestions or.
And just get
Whatever.
to play the card against humanity.
Okay, maybe.
Some nasty little game.
So, I'm going to send a link into the group chat right now, so please take some time to finish that. Please pick up your phone and finish the form. Alright, so guys, actually, I think I should like go through the agenda first. Hello? We can finish that later. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much for your attention. So that's what I thought if everybody's seeing. So today, which is October 19, I give the Halloween special event pitch. I explain and propose the ideas, potential topics. Divide people into groups with their preliminary topic. Come up with doable plans to fit into larger schedule. And as for this Monday, since I said we are not going to have any lectures, it will be a special event workshop. So I will present some inspiring videos, like like these two, to give you guys, I don't know, more insights of what potentially you want to include. And so you will share your findings and thoughts, exchange your thoughts between different groups, and even swap team members during the session, because like it's more like a peer review to help you focus. Because I just want to ask you a brief question. How many of you have finished the writing series? I think almost all of you, right? Almost. Yeah. So like you must be quite familiar. Wait, what? No? You're taking it, or have you taken certain IC?
I haven't taken writing 39C.
I see. That's alright. You take A, right? Are you familiar with research?
Yeah.
So like one thing I learned from 39C is that research is never a straight line. It's a loop. So you start nowhere, and then as you read more and know more, you may want to adjust your topic a little bit. So you expand. So you expand first, you read a lot, and then you have a focus, and then you expand again. So it's like a circle, it's never linear. So that's what these workshops are designed for, to like not only keep track of your progress, but to help you guys do your researches, hopefully. For 26, which is next, because we only have around 2 weeks before Halloween, and I know like most of you, all of you are having midterms. I understand that it's very demanding to ask you guys to take your own spare time to work on this, which is good if you can, but I'm not asking that. So I will still hold like meetings, so you can come here or other places to work together, so you don't really, in theory, sacrifice your like personal time. So as for next Saturday, it's a like regular check-in. So I will update your agendas and accommodate people's status. So for instance, if someone had too much midterms and could not make any progress, I will accommodate that to see if he or she is still able to give the speech. And provide more feedback. Oh, I have a laser, I forgot. And give more feedback, wrapping up researches. So 7 days later, we'll be basically done with research, which is actually reasonable because you only need to do like a 5-minute presentation. You don't really need a month to do all these researches. You probably just watch 2 movies. I mean, at most. That's what I think. So like by next Saturday, you will be start to wrapping up researches and move to report production. So it's gonna be like 39C. So research, you write a draft, but in this case, we are going to produce a presentation.
It's not gonna be that long, like 5-10 minutes presentation, pretty enough, right?
Yes, 3 to 5 minutes actually. But that's like as a group. So each group, in theory, have like 15 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes per person. That is. And so 28th is almost there. Special event workshop. So I will have you guys to design your presentations, give you guys more feedback or guide something, and so it's also like an opportunity for all members to convey your research results, because like although you work as a team, it's pretty hard to keep everyone on the same page. That's what we do at 28th, to convey research reports and design presentations, getting prepared for the Halloween. So that's those blue parts were designed for all of us. And if you're interested, as I said, if you're not interested in giving a presentation, how do you guys feel about like become a party staff? That sounds more interesting. I don't know. So like, no, okay. We're probably going to have a pumpkin workshop. I know, sounds like kindergarten stuff. We're probably gonna toss that out, but yeah, probably. And I'm going to shop Halloween decorations and special gifts, which I'll explain, to decorate the party zone, obviously. So that's basically, and also you'll probably be like I don't know how to put this. So like work as a staff during the party, but of course you get to enjoy it. Just you don't need to do like you can skip those research part, that is, and you can do both, of course. Always need more hand. And so how many of you can make it Thursday at Halloween, that date?
I think I can.
How about you guys?
Yeah.
Like from 7 p.m. to 9:30-ish, maybe later, depends.
You mean
let's
the
see.
next Thursday?
No,
No, Halloween.
Oh.
Halloween.
It's
Well, we can miss John's class in the morning.
Yeah, I have midterm after. We have midterm after.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a
But like,
Well, we do 50-50 on the third one.
Yeah, yeah,
First one,
it's
it doesn't
fine.
matter, the second one.
how about you, Kevin?
Uh,
Can you make it? You think you can make it?
I think I can.
Okay.
I probably can.
How about you?
Me, October 31st.
Mm-hmm. It's Thursday, not Friday, so you can still go to your escape. You know. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Oh, great. So before I move to the next part, which is admission, I just want to explain how we have this thing. Like, I know we are a club, we are a non-profit organization, so there should be nothing like admission. But to set up the mood, right? We need some decorations, some pumping lanterns, some lights and snacks, drinks, of course. So we probably need budget. That's one thing. So how do you guys think about it? You find that appropriate?
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
15
So
bucks is real.
okay, I'll just do my introduction.
Yeah.
So like we can accommodate everyone's needs. So what I thought is going to be 4 kinds of admissions. The first is staff admission. It's free. So by which I mean you can invite friends, or it also it's like the job of Office of Marketing and Advertisement to promote our event. But I'm not looking at. I don't expect more than 10 people anyway. But so like no pressure. It's more. So of course you can come free. But there'll be like limited access to our attractions, virtual reality to be specific. So basically you probably only have time to play one game because there's so many people and only one VR set. And the second admission, which I named GPA, General Party Admission. So it's a baseline, it's just for reference. I'm thinking of it as like $30. So it's like open price to anyone. So anyone who is interested, as long as he or she pays $30, he or she can enter. Yes. And then it's the dress up admission. How many of you have dressed up for Halloween before?
I did.
I have, of course, and we have a professional courser here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
How about you two? No, never.
no.
Would you be interested in dress up? Like anything you want?
But I do not have cosplay costume.
Well, we have 2 weeks. And you
Okay.
Buy like the dinosaur one, like the Jurassic Park one,
Oh.
$40, and then like a inflatable whole costume can run around
That's
with
very
like tiny hands on campus. It's so funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I
But
think
you
that-
probably don't. You can't play virtual reality. You know?
Well, you can do dinosaurs.
Oh yeah. How about you, Kevin? Would you be interested in? So this is to encourage you guys to come dress up because it would be fun. Trust me. I've been dressing up for my whole high school for Halloween parties. I really enjoyed it. So like, if you come dress up, you will be you will not be limited to access to attractions, and it will be like 5%, 50% off. So it is $50. And in the very last, it's the contest admission. So I don't know, like to encourage you guys to really put effort into our project. So I come up with this idea of contest. So there'll be 2 kinds of contest. So this is like 20 plus $20 to enter the contest, to be eligible for the like a raffle thing. So we have 2 contests. So well, if you purchase the contest, so what's the $20 for? So that's to fund the price of the contest. So like,
So basically
if
like
that make
lottery.
any sense?
It's like a lottery.
Yes, kind of like lottery, yes. But like, it's not pure chance, though. Yeah, based on your efforts and overall performance. So like, if you choose, if you purchase contest admission,
Restaurant.
oh sure, yeah, cool. So you will have one prize for granted, so you can, after you enter to my house, anything you like, you can grab it. Yeah, it's like, I'll make sure. Some okay. So any toy or decoration that that you favor, you can take away as your granted prize, and then it's the contest award for the best costume award. So if you come in costume and enter the contest, we will like have a contest to decide who is the best costume, and the prize. What I said here is admission to Universal Studio for the Halloween theme, but it appeared you 3 girls are not very interested in scary stuff. We can change that change that into something else. Or if you prefer cash, it's probably around like $60. And as for the contest for the best presentation award, that is if we still have 3 teams. The best team, like they're going to have a draw and like a real raffle. So one member from the winning team can have admission to Universal Studio Express. Well, if that's not very interesting to you, it can be turned into something else based on how much we receive as like around $100 ish. Okay, that's all you need to know before you finish the form. So please go ahead, finish the form.
Can we make pumpkin lights together?
Absolutely, that's what it's for. We have a workshop to make pumpkins. You want to do that? Okay.
That's the word for
That's a wonderful presentation.
presentation.
Yeah, so one admission to Universal Studio Express, which is around $200. Or you prefer cash is one Benjamin Franklin. Okay. So you might have noticed there's this question of ranking. We have started to finish the form. Go ahead, please.
Oh, the form? Alright, go ahead, finish it.
What?
You already did.
Okay. So costume A and B. A means you do a project yourself. Costume B means I'll be a party staff. I'm not even going to give any presentations. Okay.
All right. Why should have a plastic coating on it?
Plastic coating.